Come on, everybody. Come on, sing in the car. Come on, let's go. It's time. It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Come on, doobie-doo. A-doobie-doo. Be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. It's Aloha. It is Aloha Friday. Welcome to the Aloha Friday morning show. Only right here on AM 940, AM940Hawaii.com, and of course, iHeartRadio. I'm Kimo Kahuano.
And this is Ika Kahuano.
Along with Leilani Kupahu Marino, our cultural diva. We have executive director, or executive diva, depending on how you do it, Lynette Adams from Pacific Center for Economic Development.
And Davey Diva walked by.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the famous Dave Lancaster just walked down the hallway. The hallway. And of course, Min, our fearless engineer, who's right behind this camera. Okay, good. So we want to thank you very much for joining us. It is Aloha Friday, and a great Aloha Friday. It's been an interesting week, and we have some very, very special guests we'll talk to today. But you know, it's all about you too. As you will find out today, that part of the discussion relates to the people of Hawaii. That's each and every one of you. So It's going to be good. Okay. Let's see now. How do we start this off?
Yes.
Ooh.
How do we start today off,
Kaika
right?
off the roof because of this basketball.
Yeah, we got to give it up for Kaika. Why? Because last night, well, it was night where they did the game.
Yeah.
But it was a big one. The Miami Heat and the Heat of Miami.
Yeah.
Woohoo! It's a hot summer.
Who, by the way, have the worst fans of all time. I just like to point that out.
Worst fans, why?
Leaving Game 6 with 28 seconds left, down by 5. You never leave a game early, ever. Not a game in the
That's
playoffs.
like the 49ers in the last 30 seconds. You never.
Yeah, I mean, that's how confident the fans are. Yeah, they're going to get this one. They're going to come back. Let's go home quick. We got to get out of while the traffic is still good.
No, not out of an NBA Finals game.
Yeah,
Nope.
okay, all right.
And Game 7 was great.
Okay.
Game 7 was great, but Game 6 was epic.
Epic.
Just the
comeback on Game 6. You think that's what did in San Antonio spurt?
That was part of it.
The nail in the coffin because they thought they had it all.
They did.
They even brought out the yellow.
They did.
The yellow.
They were coning the area off.
Yeah, they were coning off the area, and this is what set the Miami Heat, didn't it? Don't set up the yellow markers until after the game is over.
They were wheeling the trophy.
Wheeling the trophy in
to the court.
And they had to wheel them back out.
And we're gonna have a Game 7, so no need for that.
Oh man, and you know when it comes that close, and that's what happens, then folks, that's really the results. Okay.
Yep.
Really.
And for those of you who think conspiracy theory or whatever, there's no way. Okay, you can't tell someone make a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
With
how about
tie up the
LeBron?
game.
How about LeBron? In every MVP
awesome
performance, Michael Jordan comes to mind all the time. At the end of the game, who's the one that's solid, that makes the difference, puts the ball into the hoop, and it was LeBron James.
Yeah, and I think all the questions at this point can be just settled about how he's not clutch, he's not this, he's not that. He is his own player. He's come into his own.
Yeah.
But it's over.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's over.
Yeah, he's awesome.
It's over. They're champions. San Antonio Spurs, good game, good series.
Here's the scary
Great
thing.
series.
He's only 28 years old.
28 years old.
Yep.
Killing me. Okay, so what were you going to say, Leilani? Were you going to say something about the game?
Well, LeBron James, I remember reading this Reader's Digest article back in probably the 80s or so, and talking about, or maybe 90s, this young man who grew up in the neighborhood and his mother, and just
in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, he was poor.
Exactly, but then it's like to see him years later, wow, how he's, soared to the top.
Yeah, I mean,
right
he's been being followed since the 7th grade.
Yes.
Gee, I wonder why.
And I don't follow him,
Because
but I love
everybody
that
was looking
article.
up to him?
Yeah, because he was dunking on people in the 7th grade already.
Oh, man.
So great
Oh,
story.
you love basketball. You know what that game is all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we had to start it off, because we knew we had to pull him off the roof.
Hoops, there it is. Yes. It was a big game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Those of you who missed it, it's because you're kind of jaded. You think, oh, well, it's another NBA.
They got other things they're doing.
No. It was big. It was big. Even the old folks got by the screens and watched. And normally,
it was close.
And
normally people don't view it, but
we
they
were
were viewing it.
And we were in a golf in a golf environment that had the basketball on. How's that? The golfers even gave it up for basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an exciting time to be alive, to be able to see this. It was a great series. I mean, it was like blow for blow for blow, and it just,
and then it's like in your face, right? The way he took the MVP award.
Yeah.
He got it from Bill Russell, and he shakes his hand, gets the trophy in his hand, and he holds it out like that, like, okay, yeah, all you Facebook people been giving me heat. Well, this is the heat. We won the trophy, and I'm the MVP.
and all of you fans who left at 28 seconds left in Game 6, this is for you. You know what I mean? Like,
Is there any other news? Is there any other news? Well, if you want to get an airplane in and out of Lanai, evidently there might be a way, because somebody's thinking of buying the other airline to match Island Air, to put it all together into one airline, and that is Go Mokulele.
Oh, yeah.
Which is already two airlines.
Right.
Mokulele and Go. Okay?
Ooh, that is
So now we're going to have three airlines together. Go Mokulele and Island. Okay. Island Go Mokulele Airlines.
it's
Okay?
it's just all the.
Longest small airlines in the world. Island Go Mokulele Airlines.
Well, I mean, that's what's happening in the world, right? It's all this consolidation.
How about Go Mokulele Island Airlines?
Collaborations
Go Mokulele
that make them more
Island Airlines.
successful.
Yeah.
I can't even think
Go
of it.
Mokulele Island. So that's GMIA. GMIA.
Oh, that sounds like GMO.
GMIA.
The
No,
air.
not like GM. GMIA. Where is she going?
What
GMIA.
about GIM?
The air.
Yeah,
Go Al Moku.
yeah, okay. Okay, good,
Yeah,
thanks.
so
Anyway, the point
We're gonna get our people to work on this
the
one.
point was, that this is going to be an answer to many people who feel that there's no competition for Hawaiian Airlines, which there isn't.
hey, so coming back to the islands, how about an island moment? What was your curious moment?
For.
Just our little 8-year-old boy.
Oh, right.
You're going from the game
Because
and
we're
going
coming back to the
the
island.
little
Coming
old
back
boy.
to this island.
Oh my gosh!
We were talking about what was your
What
curious
happened?
moment?
I thought I was running this show.
Yes.
Okay, no. We gotta go before we go to the boy. We gotta go
Okay.
to what was this thing your dad wanted? us to talk about?
The landmarks.
Landmark.
Taking down the landmarks. International Marketplace.
Yeah, evidently. Can we have a moment of silence for International Marketplace?
Yeah, what's going on there?
They're going to become a what? Hotel?
I think Queens Hospital, or the estate, is actually working on, the foundation, thank you, is actually working on doing some changes there, just like Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center.
What?
So our trusts, our Ali'i trusts, are starting to recognize the value of the land that property sits on and ways that it can benefit now
Well,
their
right across the
foundations
street
and our people.
is Bishop Estates
Correct.
Royal Hawaiian Center. And they've had to upgrade everything and make it, a part of the visitor industry. So that's a lot of money in, but a lot of money
Correct, out.
out. And so it's worked very well. So
they're-
whereas right across the street at International Marketplace, it's, it's like light years behind.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, but that's cool.
No.
Well, no,
no,
not
it's not
upgraded.
cool.
It
No,
should be a
it was
good
cool.
upgrade.
Let me tell you when it was cool.
When you get cock
1966.
roost.
It was cool. You know why? We had space. You could walk around. There was a little garden. There was.
They still got the tree.
Just stuff.
Yeah, well-
They had the banyan tree. They had a radio station in the banyan tree. You could walk to the back. There was Duka Hanamoku's and Don Ho. And the International Marketplace had a show.
Right.
The show was led by Kaui Brandt, who
Okay.
then went to Disney World and
Florida.
has been there for a long time and comes back every once in a while for Merry Monarch.
Okay.
But now they're saying, because it's taken on kind of a patch up kind of, we'll move on, we'll do this, okay, we'll do that, okay, we'll put the carts in, okay,
Yeah.
we'll do this, okay, we'll make an international food place, okay, we'll do that. None of it is equal to or even close to what's happening right across the street. None of it.
Yes.
Okay, so all of that has to change so that they can be one with Waikiki.
So we received
And-
a letter
and
of
that's the
protest.
reality. That's the truth of it. If you have something that's quaint, that's fine, but it has to be updated. Right now, it's shoddy, son. When was the last time you walked through the place?
The marketplace?
How many years ago?
Well, I drive every
come on.
Sunday.
No.
I take Grandma out and I drive past the marketplace, and she doesn't remember a lot, but she remembers the marketplace.
Okay.
that was
The
what
marketplace she remembers is not there. Okay.
And that's what
It's
my
a
dad
bunch
was
of
referring to.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shoddy stuff that's happening. I mean, carts. You know, it's just it's junky.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, I guess I gotta.
So it has to be
Flea
upgraded.
market.
Huh?
Yeah, it
It's
is
like a flea market now?
Yeah.
except the fleas won't even come. Okay, so somebody's making money, but you know, it's like what
That bad? Okay, well, I can see.
before
I can see.
before
my
it
point.
used to be the carts in between the beachcomber and the theaters.
Uh-huh.
Used to be a bunch of carts back there, and they still have them.
Yes.
But that was the big thing. But they even upgraded those. However, in the marketplace, it needs a lot of work.
So we
Okay.
get these letter
So-
protests from people from, off on
Yeah.
the mainland and other places, and one was from
No,
my
and even
dad
here,
last week.
even here, yeah.
Which is, I mean, but it's great to hear their voices coming through in the words of,
Because what they remember,
what's happening? Correct.
yeah, but what they remember
Yes.
is no longer there.
Right, the
And
romanticism
anybody,
of the
yeah.
marketplace.
If we could show that, oh man, Min, would you go right down now to the international marketplace? No, I'm just joking. Come back, Otherwise, we no more radio show. Okay, I tell you what. 6:15. Let's get to some music. Coming back, we're going to talk about that 8-year-old boy
the curious
ended up down a
moment.
garbage chute. Okay, a curious moment.
I honestly think I know why he did it.
Wait, and then
Or how it
you,
happened.
everybody out there, you think of the curious moments you had in your life when you were a small kid and you did something. We all have one,
Yep.
and we'll talk about that when we come back. It's Aloha Friday, brought to you by
The Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies.
Happy Aloha Friday. Here's Hoku winner, Weldon Kekaoha.
So it's interesting because they said the door can't.
The beautiful sounds of Weldon Kekaoha. Congratulations, Weldon. Hoku Award winner at this year's 2013 Hoku Awards for the recording year of 2012. I'm Kimo Kahawara.
And this is Ikai Kakawana.
And this program is proudly brought to you by,
The Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies.
and we are on the move as far as the companies that are growing so very, very well.
Oh.
Okay, let's see now, what do we have? Good morning, Uncle. Oh, yeah, Po'ai. Po'ai has arrived, okay?
Okay.
So somebody's gonna come to get her.
Po'ai
just
is in the building.
Po'ai is in the building. Po'ai Lincoln, from the Lincoln family, ladies and gentlemen.
Right on.
Okay, so, where's the boy?
Oh,
Leila,
our
you're
little
talking
curious
about the
boy.
boy. Yeah.
Yes. So you asked the question earlier. You said, let's ask, what was your curious moment? So this
No, about the
8-year-old
boy
boy.
first. The 8-year-old boy,
So
okay.
it turns out that it looks like he might have grabbed onto a garbage and went down the chute. But the building is saying with the renovation, you can't really get through that door and
Okay.
down the garbage. So we don't know what the real story is.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
Really?
Well, it sounds like the little girl who was there with him says that he grabbed the garbage and went down with it.
Well, he grabbed the garbage and went down with it.
Yeah.
8 years old. Unbelievable. Because he's thinking, this is Disneyland.
Exactly.
This is Disney. This is my Disneyland. It must be interesting going down the chute. Shoots. That's where we get the expression. Shoots.
So if you have a curious moment and decide to try it out, just be careful. I mean, he's lucky to be alive.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
okay.
that's what
okay.
happens.
So moments now.
Yes.
Moments that we recall. Okay.
Curious moments?
Curious moments that we recall. Now you think about it. The boy went down the chute. Maybe it was something that you did as a kid. Yeah, you driving. Yeah, you. Maybe you did something as a kid that was, like.
Now you
Nobody
remember
knew,
it.
but
Not
you
too
know.
sharp.
Yes.
And right now you're smiling because you know, and you haven't released it to the world. Only you know it. How come only you? We want to know too. We want to know. It's like me. When I was a little kid, I used to see the washer. I used to see the dryer. Now, we didn't have dryers like, with the air and the heat dryers there. Okay? We don't have that. Okay.
Yes.
We don't have that anymore. What we have now is
clothes hangers.
No, it wasn't clothes. Well, yeah, you could hang up the clothes.
Right.
But there was a wringer where you take the clothes
Oh, yes.
and you put it through the wringer and it goes ta 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 ta, and the two
Squeezes
ringers
it.
would squeeze the clothes and dry out the clothes. Then you hang
Wow.
them up. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from a washer, you wring out the water,
Yeah.
and then you hang them up. Okay? That's the way it was.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, wow. Look at that. It just goes right like that. The two of them come together and the clothes goes in between. What if I touch this? Stop the washer! Okay.
You know what's so funny? That's funny.
That's funny.
I
That's
can
not funny when you
when
get your
it's
fingers
happening.
off. But you know what?
I can see
But
it.
I survived. I lived. Look, I still have the
He's
use
got
of my
great
hand.
golfing hands.
I wonder today, why is my hand sore? It goes back to the days when my hand went through the dryer with the two. Some of you kids, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? It's so funny because my two daughters admitted in their 20s that when I wasn't home, I was working, and they would get curious. They put soap into the dishwasher to watch the soap suds come out of the dishwasher and fall onto the floor and see how far the suds could go.
They wanted a bubble bath. Is that what they did? See how cute this stuff is. Okay,
That was the
you know you got
junior high
slaps for it. You got slaps when you were a little kid, didn't you? Mommy came in. What is all this mess about? No, but you didn't even know.
No, I didn't
They
know.
cleaned
but
it up themselves.
Yes, but they told the story when they were safe. They knew that they wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, that's good. Ikaika?
Probably my curious moment came at a later age.
Oh yeah.
I think I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and went with my football team hiking up Diamond Head. We ran up Diamond Head. And then the captain of the football team got the brilliant idea of let's go climbing down the side of Diamond Head on the way down. So of course, not being the captain, I had to follow, and almost fell off Diamond Head. So that was probably not the sharpest moment in my life. That was my curious moment.
You fell off Diamond Head?
No, I almost did.
You almost did?
There was a lot of gravel. So I was like,
You mean I'd be missing one son?
you literally almost were.
God, funny football captain, get a big idea.
I was bringing up the back, making sure everybody else was safe, and
Okay.
I was the last one,
Okay.
and I was slipping. And then one of my teammates grabbed me, otherwise I would have fell off the mountain.
Okay,
So
joining
that
us
was my
is
curious moment.
joining us is poor I Lincoln, and poor I
morning.
with the ukulele. Good morning. So poor I. Okay, we're talking about curious moments. Okay?
Curious moment.
You're curious moments. You're curious about something. Like this boy went down a garbage chute, 8 years old. Okay? Curious. Looking for a Disneyland ride. He got one all right.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of attention.
Yes.
How high was he? How high
They're
did he
not
fall?
sure if he was on the 11th floor.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
And I'll
12th
just say
or
this
11th.
one more time. Shoots. Okay.
Wow.
So, boy,
But he's still
did
alive?
you ever, when you were a kid,
He's
did you
lucky.
ever have a curious moment? Ikaka talked about his, I talked about mine. My hand went in the ring of the old washing machine.
I almost fell off Diamond Head.
He almost fell off Diamond Head. Leilani's daughters made
like
put the
dishwasher
liquid in the dishwasher so that all the foam would come out all over the place.
How far can it go?
Yeah. Okay.
It has to be when I was a kid.
No.
Because it happens all the time.
Boy, you're still a kid. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh man, what was the most interesting one lately? I'm gonna think about it.
Lately?
Because because I'm curious all the time. Like curiosity is generally what gets me
Okay.
into entertaining situations.
No, yeah. Like what? Like entertaining situations, like you know, at a gig. Like, did you ever do a gig? You know, where you singing a wedding song or singing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you ever have a strange wedding?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Okay,
one of the
what
strangest I did was just quite recently. Actually, was my friend's brother got married in San Francisco, and he married a girl who was born in Hong Kong, raised in Berkeley, and huge Chinese family.
Oh,
so he had
That's the only kind they got, I said.
yeah. Apparently, that's all they do.
They're all in Chinatown and all
Kind
up
of like
the hill.
Hawaii style. But it was really cool because they had a Chinese wedding, this Chinese traditional tea ceremony in the morning, and then a Western wedding after. And at the party after, I was the only representation basically from Hawaii.
Okay.
And I had brought my ukulele, and the dad asked me to sing the Hawaiian wedding song.
Oh, okay.
So I sit down right by the little dais where the wedding party is with my ukulele, and they had an MC who was this Chinese guy, and he was really funny, like crazy kind of funny. And he had no idea what I was going to do.
Yeah.
They had no concept of
Of
what an
Hawaiian
ukulele
wedding
was,
song.
of a
Right.
Hawaiian wedding song.
Yeah.
He called it a baby guitar,
Oh, good.
and they didn't know what I was gonna do. Completely had no concept that I was going to start singing. So I'm, doing the introduction on the ukulele, and then I start singing, and everyone is like, like, apparently that's not normally done.
Is that normally done? Chinese
Just
way?
the MC is allowed to sing apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, so I broke a lot of rules that day. But it was curious in a way because everyone
The
was
looks
just
on everybody's face.
stunned.
Totally quiet.
Silence.
Wow.
Chinese. That many Chinese people.
Wow. That many Chinese people not talking? Excuse me? That might have
And
been
it
a
wasn't
record.
because the food
That-
had just come out.
That might have been a record, a Chinese record. Okay? That many Chinese people gathered together,
Not talking.
Yeah. Put one Portuguese Hawaiian in there.
What are you singing? Aloha. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, now you're talking the real thing. Okay, so we have moments. It's time for us to take a little break. We're going to check in with Washington, D.C.
Yes.
That's right. We're going to call the president. If he's not available, we're going to speak to Kool-Aid Stockman. Okay?
Nice.
Because that's the way it should be. We have gentle showers reaching out from the ko'olaus here on the island.
The
of
day
Oahu.
after the summer solstice.
Yeah,
yes, it is long.
Well,
Well, it
I
was
don't know,
yesterday.
some guys are
Well, today.
saying it's today.
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah, no, it's saying it's today.
Today's the 21st. It's today.
No, it was yesterday. I googled it.
You Googled it?
It was yesterday.
Okay,
And the
well,
internet
now we have
doesn't
a big discrepancy.
It's any day between the 20th and 22nd. This year was the 20th. Was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah, it's any day between the 20th and 22nd.
Okay, yeah. Well, why did the news guys this morning say today is the summer solstice?
Well, they got it wrong because it was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yesterday. Yesterday is history, okay? We don't have a show yesterday. We're only got a show today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk to Washington, D.C. when we come back. I'm Kibo
And
Kawana.
this is Ikai Kakahoa.
And this music, let's play the Surfers. Right, can we play the Surfers? Yeah.
Shell.
Yeah, this is called Hele On to Kauai, the great sound of the harmonies of the Surfers. Aloha to Clayton, Nalawai. We'll be right back.
I think that deserves the proverbial chee-hoo.
Oh, man.
Solid.
How beautiful is that? Okay, now something. No, I don't play the ukulele, girl.
The uke is being passed
She's
to the
passing
right.
around the ukulele. No, I don't play the ukulele.
He does. He
No,
just doesn't
trust
let
me.
anybody know
Trust me,
that.
you can play the next song because we're going to keep it as simple as possible.
That was like, pass the uke from the right hand side.
That's right. And so we're all here, and Kool-Aid talking to you in Washington, D.C., you know, your voice is so olo olo. It's really, it's really with a Hawaiian flavor. So,
Yes.
and you know, after all of these years, you know, because we've been out of school for like 10 years now.
At least.
That's all.
In his mind.
So you know, to keep that same wonderful spirit represents the Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies very well, and we certainly appreciate you very, very much. That comes from the top. I'm Moko McClellan, Harvey Kim, and all the rest of the here. Also, we have Min, our fearless engineer.
That is right.
Yeah, he's right behind the camera. And also, of course, Leilani Kupahu Marino, our cultural diva, we like to say. Because, no, you get rough, you think you know your history, trust me, she'll dig down and she'll find out the real truth, and it will be deepest, okay? Deepest than anybody else. Tenacious. But you just don't know it because she smiles.
And if there's a Hawaiian song in earshot, she will just start doing Hawaiian kung fu dance.
Okay, we got a few seconds here.
note.
Ikaka?
Yes.
Pleasure again. Mahalos.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
we thank Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies for making this possible. I'm Moko and Harvey Kim at the top. Thank you. Mahalo. And to all of the staff and management and to all of the people who make this a celebration of humanity every week, every Aloha Friday. Thank you to Randy Avon and all of our friends in Fort Lauderdale and in the network who are listening to AM 940. Mahalo for being here. We end with this simple song. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Mahalo, ahui ho, and thank you.
Right on time.
Woohoo!